There is a kind of relief that doesn't come with fireworks. It comes quietly. It feels like your shoulders dropping, your jaw unclenching, your breath deepening. It's the relief that comes when you stop forcing yourself to believe something that never truly fit. When a system built more on fear than love is finally set down. When compliance is no longer confused with truth. That kind of relief is exactly what Yeshua, the rabbi from Nazareth, was speaking into. In the Gospel according to Matthew, Matthew the rabbi and disciple of Yeshua, his invitation is recorded this way. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. These words are often quoted as comfort, and they are, but to understand them, we have to ask, weary from what? Burdened by what? Later in the same gospel again, recorded by Matthew, the rabbi disciple, Yeshua, the Nazarene teacher, speaks about certain religious leaders of his time, the scribes and Pharisees. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and place them on people's shoulders, but they themselves are unwilling to lift a finger to move them. This is not a rejection of the Torah itself. It is a critique of what had accumulated around it. Layers of interpretation, layers of enforcement, layers of pressure, laws upon laws upon laws. By the first century, daily life for many observant Jews was surrounded by detailed regulations, especially concerning Sabbath. What was intended as a rest had become a source of anxiety. That was the heavy yoke, and the metaphor matters. The yoke in ancient Judea was a wooden beam placed across animals so they could pull together. In rabbinic language, a yoke meant a way of life, a teaching you willingly took upon yourself. There was the yoke of the Torah, the yoke of the commandments, the yoke of heaven. Everyone carried one. The question was never whether you would have a yoke. The question was, which one? The yoke criticized by Yeshua the rabbi from Nazareth was one built on external pressure. Fear of failure, fear of exclusion, fear of divine disapproval. It treated spirituality like a transaction. Do enough, obey enough, perform correctly enough, but the depth never shrinks. That kind of yoke exhausts the nervous system. It creates vigilance instead of rest. Now listen again to his words. Take my yoke upon you, for I am gentle and humble in heart. The Greek word translated easy as chrestos. It doesn't mean effortless, it means well-fitted, kind, suitable. A well-fitted yoke does not wound the shoulders. It allows the animal to move freely. In other words, the easy yoke is not no responsibility, it is alignment. It fits the soul that carries it. It may stretch you, it may challenge you, but it does not crush you. Yeshua describes himself as gentle and humble in heart. In Hebrew ethical tradition, humility is not weakness, it is the refusal to dominate. Notice the contrast. The leaders he critiques place weight on others while remaining untouched by it. The rabbi from Nazareth invites people to walk with him, not under him, with him. That distinction still matters today because many of us inherited a yoke, from our family, from our particular church, from our particular tradition. Some were wise, some were heavy, some shaped love, others shaped fear, and sometimes the body recognizes the difference before the mind can explain it. When a belief rooted in fear is finally laid down, the first sensation is often relief. The relief is not rebellion, it is alignment. The Apostle Paul being a Pharisee trained under Gamaliel, who later became an emissary of Yeshua, described the fruit of a healthy spiritual life in his letter to the Galatians: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, self-control. Notice those are outcomes, not threats, not punishments, not burdens. If the yoke you are carrying consistently produces anxiety, fear of questioning, or constant self-monitoring, it is worth asking whether it is well fitted, because the invitation recorded by Matthew, the rabbi disciple, is clear. You will find rest for your souls. Not pressure, not performance, not endless repayment. Rest. An easy yoke does not remove integrity. It removes coercion. It allows obedience to grow from love instead of fear. And when rest returns, something else returns with it: energy, clarity, the ability to move again. Everyone carries a yoke, a cross. The question is simple: does yours fit? Does it produce life? Or does it quietly drain? The rabbi from Nazareth did not promise a life without weight. He promised a weight shaped by gentleness. And from that place of rest, walking becomes possible again.